Es ist ein wunderschöner sonniger Tag auf dem Summer Breeze, strahlende Sonne. Wir sind alle hochzufrieden und wir haben hohen Besuch. Hier ist Matt von Trivium, meine Damen und Herren.
Hallo, hallo. Wie geht's? Wie geht's, meine Freunde? Wie geht's, ja? Morgen. So heiß, scheiße. Feels like Florida.
Well, how are you, first of all?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. We've been on this 2-year-long world tour. We're going to hit 208 shows on this one record in 3 weeks, which is a lot. That's a lot.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Last night we played in Wiesbaden. We saw some faces in there. Thank you for coming back. Thank you. And Dortmund as well. And we got to play with our good friends from Heaven Shall Burn, which is always amazing.
Yeah.
So we've been friends with them for 20 years now. Life is great. This is one of my favorite festivals in the world. We've got my favorite people here in the world. So yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Plus, you did a great, sensational split EP with Heaven Shall Burn, where you covered "Implore the Darkened Sky" by Heaven Shall Burn, while Heaven Shall Burn re-recorded "Pillars of Serpents" by you. So, were you completely free in the choice of the respective songs, or did you have to coordinate that with each other?
It was super easy. Since we go way back, we said let's each cover a song from each other from our Life Force days, because we all started in the same German label, Life Force. And Whatever It May Take is one of the most influential records on me. I learned so much about that style of music. Same thing with the lyrics of Heaven Shall Burn. I find they're very socially conscious, very socio-political, and that's something I'd never seen before or heard before. So I learned that from Heaven Shall Burn. And so I said, I want to cover one of my favorite songs, and Implore the Darkened Sky is obviously a big influence on me.
It's amazing. Great version as well. So I was actually asked you about yesterday's show in Wiesbaden, but I actually don't need to because I got to watch it on Twitch.
Oh shit, awesome. Dankeschön. It was amazing. Last night was incredible. Dortmund was amazing. It was just, I was laughing because we played a venue called the Junkyard, and then we played a venue called the Slaughterhouse. And I was like, okay, this is cool. Very metal, very metal.
Yeah, but you really like to stream, right? I mean, you streamed the whole show.
For the last 6.5 years, we have streamed every single Trivium show for free. Every single one.
Which is amazing.
Yes. It's a lot
Deserves
of
a lot of applause.
Yep. It's all for the Shogunate. It's all for our supporters. I love it. It's just a way that while the world is a very big place, I feel that thankfully through things like Trivium and through the Twitch world that we've built, we could stay in touch with everyone. So when we're on tour in America, our German friends can watch. And we're in Japan, everyone can watch. And I love being able to just keep us all together. Because during the pandemic, I talked to so many Trivium fans and supporters that said if they didn't have the stream, they don't know how they would have done, because they're like, I was able to look forward to seeing people, because I spoke to some people who were by themselves for 2 years. And they said if we didn't have that community of Trivium and through our Twitch Trivium world, then they don't know how they would have fared. So I'm very happy that we can keep everyone together and keep everyone happy.
That's good. So the digital world has its upsides as well, right?
Absolutely. I mean, there's obviously so many downsides to the digital world, but I think it's important that people that recognize the downsides and the upsides, we stay to the positive. And that's something we've always done with Trivium, and I feel like that metal has always done. You know, we all understand this, but people that don't know metal are always like, why is it such an angry genre? Why is it this? Why is it that? But I feel what's beautiful about metal is for all of us, we get to confront the bad things in life through the music, and it's a therapy session. And when we come out of it, we're happy, we're feeling great. I mean, look at these amazing festivals you have in Deutschland. It's everyone takes care of each other, and the things that we all, and I love that. That's the spirit of what that's music is, and that's why when I was 12 years old, I was drawn to metal, and ever since then, it's all I've ever done.
Well, you even stream your practice. You stream when you practice guitar. You stream when you practice singing. You seem so disciplined. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's I've always said my dad is a Marine and my mom's Japanese. I've always said I'm half Marine, half Japanese, and there's some German in there. So it's very disciplined cultures, which I appreciate. And I think just we love it so much, and I think that's so obvious because we're about to be. By the end of this year, I would have been in Trivium, I think, for 25 or 26 years. We'll be at 2,020 plus career shows. And yeah, it's been great. I love it.
I mean, it's impressive. But don't you have any vices?
Thankfully.
When was the last time you overslept or anything?
Well, I have twins, so I don't, we don't get to oversleep anymore. It's important to stay disciplined. And you have twins as well? Awesome, love it. I think with this world, you have to never feel like you've made it. And like, I always treat it like, let me think. Learning never stops. You can always learn. Even on this tour, for example, I've been watching all of Hans Zimmer's master classes to learn about scoring, because I've been getting into video game music a lot more. And you can never learn too much. You can never be perfect. You should always work. And no matter what profession anyone is in, you always should strive to be the best and constantly keep that work at it. Because still, when I'm at home off tour 5 days a week, I practice vocals 2 to 4 hours a day, no matter what. Always. I never stop. There's no off time, because I want to always be the best myself possible for all the people that support me.
Wow. Okay, that is a lot. In the Court of the Dragon came out like relatively short after What the Dead Men Say, which was, I think, the shortest time span between 2 albums in your band's history. I mean, only the release dates of I think Ascendancy and the Curse, the Crusade were almost as close. So, did that have to do with the pandemic? Did you like have to compensate the missing live shows, and otherwise you would get bored?
We only thought of it in the sense that we were so inspired that we wanted to keep making music, and we wanted to keep putting music out there for the people that were waiting to be reunited with us, because we knew it would be a while, so that's why we kept everything going.
And according to my calculations based on that, it's almost time for another album. So you announced another album in 2021. And I think half the world fell for that.
Yeah.
When are we finally gonna get that concept album about the Greek titan Bophades?
There's a lot of memes. I love it. Normally we're so open with everything. Like, we show everything we do. We talk about everything. But the one thing we are always secretive about is the records. But this time I can say that we're just going on a proper break this time. Because we've done 10 albums of album tour. This time, when this tour cycle ends, we're going to take a true break, and instead of working on music, we're actually going to work on building our hangar studio. So that way, when it comes time to make records, we can do that again. But there are currently no plans for a new record, and I'm not being deceitful there. There's no plans right now.
No Bophades?
No.
That's a shame.
I would love to make a record called that, though.
So now that you're a dad, you seem to enjoy a good dad joke now and then, right?
Yeah, it's been amazing having kids. It was really mind-blowing, and it's so cool to see what they're into. Like, my son Akira, he discovered Powerwolf on his own, and Powerwolf is his favorite band in the world, which is so cool. So
now you must be his hero, because you joined them on stage in Belgium, right?
And we played with Powerwolf, and I was like, hey, can we call my kids? So we called my kids on FaceTime. They're 5 years old, and they were talking to everyone from Powerwolf. And Attila asks Akira right away, he's like, what's your favorite song? Instantly, Akira goes, Dancing with the Dead. So he's like a true fan. He knew right away. He watched the videos of me performing with Powerwolf, and the next day he was building this thing, and he asked my wife, Ashley, he's like, can I have some fire? She's like, why do you need fire? He's like, for my band. It's awesome. So all they ever want to listen to is Powerwolf and like anime metal. Stuff from like Chainsaw Man, Attack on Titan, like they love that kind of stuff. So none of the shows yet, too violent for the shows, but they love the music. And we'll say like, hey, sing like Data, and they'll both start screaming. It's really, really funny. I love it.
Nice. Another thing I just discovered on social media, you invented a new kind of circle pit.
Oh God, that was Paulo. Yeah, he wants to make a pig pit where everyone runs around on all fours like pigs. I don't know how safe that's gonna be. I love that we can be so serious with our music and so ridiculous with everything else, and it makes sense. It's been very nice to be able to show like that side of us, like the ridiculous side.
So I hope we're gonna see a circle pig tonight.
Yeah, the circle pigs. Yeah, we'll have to have Paulo encourage that. But this was a scary tour to start, because we landed, and as everyone knows, Paulo was like, calls me at midnight. I was about to go to sleep because we flew over, and I was like, okay, finally I can go to sleep after that long flight. And he's like, I'm at the hospital. I need you to get here. So he had his operation. He missed like a week and a half of the tour, 2 weeks of the tour. He's finally here now. We had our crew all had a stomach bug a week ago and crazy travels, but we're finally here. Everyone is good, and it's been amazing lately.
Seems like the perfect setup for tonight.
Yep. Absolutely.
Matt von Trivium, meine Damen und Herren. Applaus!
Danke, danke.